Look at this. The screen is all white now. There's no music. Alright, ready to see more of the exact same thing? Because what do you think we're going to do today? What do you think is the next main mission? Last time we witnessed the end of everything AZ. The ultimate weapon's gone. Whatever that Angie thing is gone. AZ himself is gone. I guess the only things left over that was AZ is his Floette and Mega Evolution. Isn't it kind of crazy that he caused Mega Evolution? In a way, I guess you could say all of Mega Evolution was man-made. I see you have a challenger's ticket. Would you like to partake in a reward match? Hey, it's this guy again. I forget how many you need to win to actually get AZ's Floette. Because if you didn't know, you get AZ's Floette by doing this. I think it might have been 15. I don't know. I doubt they heal your team in between each match. If they call me Le Z Eternal, that's because Z is the ultimate. The end to all that comes before it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Whatever cope you want to go with, buddy. Buddy, if your team has only gotten worse since the last time I battled you. Oh yeah, it's like I know the alphabet too, buddy. My last Pokemon. This will be my Z, the final letter in my challenge against you. Oh my god, he sent out his Mega Pikachu! But they can't give Pikachu a Mega, it's not fully evolved. That's why they gave Raichu 2 and made it look like Pikachu. Because we all know that not fully evolved Pokemon can Mega Evolve, right? Anyway, so they gave AZ Floette one. A Metal Coat. Okay, it opens? Wait a second, did you see that picture for the Metal Coat? The top opens? Wait, it's the old cry, not the Pikachu cry? Was it? I didn't notice. Drop whatever you're doing and hurry straight back to Hotel Z right now, like now. Aw. Oh, that's it? Oh, there's more to the side quest. I thought not the side quest. I thought the main mission was just to try it out. Not the anime cry, that's wild. Really? I didn't pay attention, I didn't notice. Okay, so something's happening in Hotel Z. I did all that work to get the challenger's ticket just for that. Anyways, so yeah, I'm pretty sure to get AZ's Floette, you need to do 15 rounds of that. That's what I was thinking of doing, but then this happened. By the way, I did accidentally get spoiled who Tawny was looking for in this city. Man, as if I didn't know. At least I didn't, as if I didn't piece it together with the dialogue. We meet again. I would speak with you about AZ, but words fail me. How does one speak fittingly of such a man? Man, a part of me had in mind he just in the corner sitting with a gun to all my friends' head. It's tragic that after seeing so many others to their rest, he was alone when his time came. Well, I'll know the feeling one day when it happens to me, because I can bet you I would die alone in this world. Still, I am glad for the conversations he and I had, however scant. You mean behind his bars that you put him in? Excuse me, but what did you talk to AZ about? about the agony of being unable to die, and about his deeds, both good and heinous. Even though it was for the sake of peace, he did build Angie. Do you consider that a bad deed? Not necessarily, though the havoc it wreaked on Lumios is undeniable. The exact casualty... Yeah, the exact casualty is unclear, so there is more than one casualty. Not surprised, because the streets were empty, but still. But we can surmise that Angie's influence resulted in more wild Pokemon gathering throughout Lumios. Great. Just what we need. Which led this city, built for humans, to become a place of harmony with these wild creatures. But now, we have separated Pokemon and humans into different areas once more. I wonder, is it right that we keep each other at arm's length with these holotech barriers? Perhaps we'll find another way. I look forward to seeing what the people of the city choose. Right, so... I have, of course, come here to tell you something. I'll get to it. After you and I spoke in Lysander Labs, more of my memory returned. And I recalled the existence of two beings. The one that gives, and the one that takes. I only get to choose one? Does this determine which one I catch? I don't know if you can catch both in one game. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure you can. Legends Arceus, you are able to catch both Dialga and Palkia. But which one do I catch first? I guess give me Xerneas for here. The one that gives? I wish that I could tell you more. Thanks! Wow, thanks a lot. So helpful. I'm sorry. For now, all I can remember are those Emphits. Did I even read that right? I didn't read that word right whatsoever. What word was that? I don't know if I've ever seen that word before. But I have more to tell you. Zygarde has not shown itself since that eventful day. I imagine it exhausted its power and has now retreated somewhere to quietly recover. You understand what that means, do you not? There are none but you on whom I can rely. That being the situation, there's that word again, I will leave the rest up to you. Please, find the two I speak of. Thanks, you gave me so much to work with. That's wild, should have saved. Wait, forgot this is Pokemon. What even was that? It's like that guy was trying to win a cryptic old man contest. He didn't give you much to go on, did he? Perhaps you could learn more from people with connections to Team Flare. Can't you just Google it these days? All this tech that you have now in modern day Pokemon, you can't just simply Google which legendary gives and which legendary takes? Specifically in the Kalos region, there's only 3 that exist here. Not counting the Kanto birds and Mewtwo that were here. Got anyone in mind? Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab and Grisham at Nouveau Cafe, I suppose? There you go. We'll be cheering for you. The one that gives. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I suppose if I chose the one that takes... Oh, never mind. I get both. But I wonder if I chose it the other way, will this one be main mission 40? And then the one that gives, would that be 41? Or no? I don't know. Keep on battling in the ZA Royale. Well, which one do I do? Which one is it? Oh, so it's one each. Interesting. You know what I also thought of? This, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't recall this being the case in any other Pokemon game. Is this the first time we've had a major character die in a Pokemon game? I don't recall if we've ever had a different character actually die in a Pokemon game. Wait, who died? AZ died. Shake my head, I can't believe they died. Skill issue, am I right? Live for 3,000 years just to die. What a skill issue. Is that what you mean? He should have just not died like Hob Gatling. Everyone else dies, I just won't. Oh, you're kidding. I gotta do it again? I gotta get another battle ticket, or I gotta get another challenger's ticket? You better not tell me I need to get 15 tickets and then battle 15 times if I want AZ's Floette. It's not just like an endless battle? That is bullshit right there. I gotta do that 15 times? As if making us wait 12 years for AZ's Floette wasn't enough. Alright, I guess today we got some legendaries to catch. Let's go to Mabel first. I don't know, did Cyrus die? We don't know. Canonically, wasn't Cyrus taken to the Distortion World by Giratina, so he could be alive. It's unknown. I really don't think so. I can't recall another time where a character, a major, let me be clear about that, a major character dies. Greedy little imbecile! Throwing even more budget at the Wild Zones because now they're hit with the tourists? We can't handle that without more funding. This idiot mayor is going to be the death of me. Who's the mayor? I would like to know that. I imagine he's like a short, wide dude with a mustache, maybe gray hair or white hair. Sure, things with Prism Tower have calmed down at last, but the tower is totaled. The gym inside is gone. But that threat doesn't mean there aren't other threats to Lumios. The signs are all there. Yeah, I should re-emphasize that. Main major character that died. Because the professors in Scarlet and Violet died, but they weren't a major character. AZ was pretty prominent throughout this game. Well, look who's here. The finest researcher in the entire Mabel stable. You know what? I like that. Mabel stable? I like that. You must have something pretty annoying to ask me if you've come all the way to my office, right? Can I have the shiny charm? Well, Lysander did mention something. Something about the ones giving and taken. Here we go again. Even after years in the straight and narrow, I still can't escape my past. Hey, me too. Alright, I guess I can't avoid it forever, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I know. It's like, what's the big deal? Every region has legendaries. What's the big deal? It's probably a bigger deal that they're not more well known, especially by this point. There's a pair of legendary Pokemon in the Kalos region. The one that takes, otherwise known as Yveltal, and the one that gives, usually called Xerneas. What do you mean, usually? There's another name I don't know about? I know quite a bit about the two, since Team Flare tried its hand at capturing them both. Did you really now? Capturing them both? Because to me, it looked like you were just trying to capture one or the other. You know, I did hear a theory about the X and Y games. Depending on which one you play, the other legendary just may not exist in that world. Like, canonically does not exist. I know that's asinine. But if you play through the X and Y games, say you play X, there's no mention of Yveltal at all. No anything. And same goes for Pokemon X, no mentions of Xerneas whatsoever. Even in other games, there would be mention of a second legendary. Listen, I'm about to share something important, so I need you to pay attention here, kid. We've been getting some strange readings lately from the Wild Zones around town. Of course you have. Why is that not a surprise? If I had to Jesus. If I had to posit a theory, I'd say it's almost like the areas have been bathed in Xerneas' life energy. And in every Wild Zone where we've detected these weird readings, we've seen a certain kind of Pokemon appearing without fail. They're alpha Pokemon, but not the usual kind. Something's not right about them. These these anomalous alphas have to be connected somehow to Xerneas, to the one that gives. And even if they aren't, I guess we still ought to take care of them. Alphas always Alphas always spell danger. I'm sure you can tell where this is going, right? Your new research task is to catch or defeat the anomalous alphas in Wild Zones 3, 5, and 9. Now get to it. Her hands are pale. Christ almighty. What was up with that? Anyways, so I don't think any other major character has died in the Pokemon games. I'm kind of thinking, since Pokemon Masters EX or Master Sex, that basically has all the major Pokemon characters ever, and if some aren't added yet, I'm sure they will be eventually. Will AZ be in the game? Now, I know that game's not necessarily canon. However, still, some of the lore that game gives could be considered canon, could be seen as canon. Regardless, I'm still wondering, will AZ ever show up in Pokemon Masters EX? Anyway, so, my god, look at how big of a mess this, this map is. She said 3, 5, and 9, didn't she? So, 3. Today I got 2 shiny Pokemon. I got a shiny Geodude, and then I got the shiny Halloween costume Pikachu in Pokemon Go. Oh, right, I heard something about this. Hold on. I heard that this is the only time in the game where you can catch a Steelix. Otherwise, you gotta catch an Onix and evolve it. So this is the only time in the game you can catch a Steelix. That did so little. That one-shotted my Emboar! Yes, keep using Earthquake. No, don't use that! I can't pick this up during battle. Dig? I think not! Wait, what? I thought you were using Dig. Yeah, see, I lost the flying type. God damn it. Absolutely not. Autosave, do not fuck with me right now. God, I hate autosave. I hate autosave so much. You know something else I thought about? Before AZ died, he mentioned... Actually, did he mention it after with his note? I think he did. AZ mentioned that it was his mother who gave him his Eternal Flower Floette. So maybe the Black Flower Floette is rare only in today's standards. Maybe 3,000 years ago that black flower was more common. Maybe, yeah, maybe 3,000 years ago that flower was more common, and those Eternal Flower Floettes were more common. But since we don't see them in modern day, except for that one time, maybe Maybe, you know, the flower's just gone extinct. So that's why the AZ flower, the eternal flower, AZ's Floette, is so rare. It's the last of its kind. It's the last of that flower. We did ever only see one of those flowers in modern day, and that was in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I think in... was it Pseutopolis? Right outside of the Cave of Origins, wasn't it? So there may have actually been Eternal Flower Florgesses in the past. I will catch this. I don't care how many attempts it takes. I'll sit here for 3 hours if I have to. I will catch this. And I will not catch it in anything besides a regular Pokeball. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me try something before I attack. Shit! Alright, next time. Yes, come towards me. Don't attack my Emboar. Never mind, Earthquake will still hit. Is this entertaining? I really thought today we would just do the Infinite Z Royale, because I thought it would just be one continuous gauntlet. Kind of like the endless Dynamax adventures. It would just keep on going on. I didn't realize I had to get a goddamn challenger's ticket every single time. Come on! Wait, why did this thing one-shot my Emboar last time? Oh my god. You know, for this being an Alpha Steelix, it looks smaller than what I would imagine a normal Steelix to be like. Okay, what I was going to try to do is, before I battle, I just throw a ball, see if it by chance catches. Because at least then, I would have 2 tries to catch it, instead of just 1. I'm just gonna Mega ahead of time. Ooh, it turned around. Go, 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 go! Okay, attack! Attack! See, now I get 2 tries instead of just 1. Not like it mattered. Alright, so let me tell you guys something that might be happening in my life for the next little while. Well, actually, it won't start yet. So, it's still in the planning phase. So, maybe by the end of November, my mom and sister are gonna fly to Hong Kong. And this is a rather abrupt trip, too. This is a rather sudden trip. It's not for a vacation, it's not for fun, but rather it's to take care of something. So my mom is taking my sister over to see if she can maybe cut the cancer out of her. Now, I'm joking, of course. I'm kidding. I know that's not something to joke about, and I apologize. So, my sister, she has this issue on her neck. There's this lump growing on her neck. Now, we've already had it tested. We've been to several doctors, and it does not seem cancerous. However, there's still a lump growing on her neck, and it's gotten bigger. In the past, it was on whatever scale is used. It was on like a level 2, which is like, it's okay, nothing dangerous, nothing to be concerned about yet. Now it's at a level 4. And level 4 meaning, yeah, it's getting bad. We can now officially say it is indeed bad. And doctors over here, they kind of claim that there's not a whole lot we can do. Besides just take meds, take vitamins, take pills, take supplements, monitor it. So if medication over on this side of the world doesn't work, maybe on that side. Don't you think medicine should be universal? Because there are things on each side of the world that the other side of the world doesn't have. Now I know, like, local supplies, local medicine just isn't widely available in certain parts of the world. So it's easier to get access to where it is easily, like, harvestable or whatever. So if the two of them do end up going, because it's not even certain if they do go yet or not. If they do go, well, who knows how long it could be. And if something does happen, say she actually does get it surgically removed, she would have to stay there until she is fully recovered. So that could take for like a month or two. If you guys remember a couple years ago when my mom and sister went on a trip to Hong Kong, I basically had to deal with everything over here, back at home. I had to wake up early, I had to take care of, well, now I have one dog left to take care of. And then by that time, I'm already awake, I can't go back to sleep, because I just won't fall back asleep. So then I gotta wake up extra early, take care of my dog, go to work, and then when I get home, you know, make dinner. Then again, my dad typically doesn't like it when I make dinner, not because he doesn't like my cooking, it's more so because it's faster just to go out to eat. And if you recall, God, the Steelix just won't catch. If you recall, a couple years ago when my mom and sister, they left to Hong Kong for, I can't remember, 2 weeks, a month? You know, there were times when I was simply too tired at night to play anything here. If you remember, I said something like, I know how this sounds, boo-hoo, he's too tired to play video games at night. Yeah, well, that might happen again. Why won't this Steelix catch? I know it's a level 70, But still, like, I'm knocking it out, too! Don't you be blaming this on just using regular Pokeballs. Eventually, this will catch. It will. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. That could be happening, it may not, who knows. Right now, it's still the planning phase. My mom and sister have one last doctor's appointment in a couple days, and they want to hear what that doctor has to say first, and depending on the outcome of that, then they'll decide, okay, we gotta go to the other side of the world to try to see if there's any solutions there. You might be wondering, why go to Hong Kong? Why go all the way to Hong Kong to try to solve this? What miracle is over there? Well, you never know. Right? You never know. It's kind of like why my mom chose to go all the way to China to get her teeth done instead of just doing it here, because a lot of dentists over here said they can't do it. They won't do it. It cannot be done. And then I think my aunt, so my mom's sister, said, oh yeah, that thing that you're looking to do with your teeth, yeah, they can do it over here in China. So, you know, different parts of the world have different kind of remedies and medication and whatnot. Well, it's not like I got a lot going on around that time. I'm not going back to school until January. You know, I even told my sister. I'm just like, sister, if you and mom do end up going to Hong Kong, even you have the courtesy to have dinner with your husband's dad, since right now, her husband's mom and grandma are away on a trip, so it's just his dad here. So, you know, go over and have dinner with your father-in-law just as a nice gesture. And I'm just like, if you and mom do go, you have the courtesy to do that, so you should probably tell your husband to, you know, offer the same courtesy. We know how dad is. He's gonna complain like your husband didn't care for us one bit when you were gone for months. Eventually, this goddamn thing is gonna catch. Can you imagine if Pokemon was fun and they did not shiny lock these? If it was shiny, I would fail it in a heartbeat, because look at how many attempts it's taking just to catch it normally. Then again, I can just save right in front of it, and then it will always be shiny. I will catch this, and I don't care how many attempts it takes. So, buckle up, get comfortable. Fuck. Enjoying the show there, Skidoo? You know what else? When, or not when, but if they do go, man, I'm gonna get so many text messages from my sister saying like, did you feed the dog yet? Did he poo yet? Where is he? I can't see him from the house cameras. She texts me enough as is, asking that same stuff now, while she's still here. Imagine how many times she's gonna text me that stuff across the planet. Even if it is for something serious like this going on right now, my mom taking her, man, am I glad it's not me going. I went to Hong Kong in March. And when I arrived, I'm like, oh shit, I'm in Hong Kong again. Why am I here again? What life choices did I make that brought me back here again? I do not like Hong Kong. I'm sorry. You know what? No, I'm not sorry. I don't like it there. That place just smells dirty. It physically looks dirty too. Especially since during that trip, I went to Japan first, which was clean as hell. And then I went to Hong Kong, and it really just emphasized how filthy that place is. Absolutely filthy. Anyway, so that might be happening in my life the next, maybe 2 to 3 months. Well, I knew I was probably going to be alone during New Year's this year, and if half my family's gone, then, oh yeah, the odds of that happening just skyrocketed, as if the odds weren't extremely high already. I'm always alone during New Year's. It's become like a tradition now. I should have thrown a Pokemon, it's not too late! This Steelix will not catch! And I got 3 of them to do! Technically 6 if the one to do for Yveltal is the same thing. Getting more alphas. Do I need this alpha Steelix? No, not really. But like I said, I believe this is the only time in the game you can catch a wild Steelix. When a friend of mine asked me to help him trade to evolve, he only needed me to help him evolve 4 things, and Steelix was not one of them. He asked me to trade, let me see, a Scyther into a Scizor, a Machoke into a Machamp. What else did he ask me to trade? I can't remember if it was like Slow King. This is gonna be the whole night, isn't it? Because I don't only have Steelix, I got 2 more to do. I did not know this is how tonight was gonna play out. I know I want to catch the legendary Pokemon too. Imagine how much worse that's gonna be. Catching the legendaries. I'm only here trying to catch an alpha. I'm not even trying to catch the freaking legendaries. You know what I also found absurd that they chose to do? Not giving Xerneas and Yveltal Megas. I mean, they gave Zygarde a Mega. Where's the love for Xerneas and Yveltal? How the legendaries of the generation's main gimmick not gonna use the main gimmick, but instead it goes to Gen 3. How are the Gen 6 legendaries not going to use Mega Evolution, the Gen 6 gimmick, but instead the Gen 3 legendaries get the Gen 6 gimmick? And it's been data mined. The DLC has been data mined. We know what Megas are coming from the DLC, if you don't already know. And there is no Xerneas and Yveltal Megas. We gotta wait another 12 years for Xerneas and Yveltal to get their megas. You know what? Let me try something, because what have I got to lose? What if instead of throwing a Pokeball at Steelix straight up, I lower its health first, but don't knock it out, and then I try. And once it breaks out again, then I knock it out, and then try again. So, if I simply start by using Flamethrower... Nope! I did not know this is how tonight was gonna play out. You know what? I did not mean to Mega. Is this enjoyable content? Watch the Steelix end up not being catchable regardless of what you do. I mean, that can't be the case, right? Mabel said catch or defeat. And also, I could just throw a Master Ball, you know? Hypothetically, if I had one, that is. When will this end? You know what? What if Emboar is the problem? Let's try Charizard. Eventually, whenever this thing does decide to catch, it'll feel like it'll be as gratifying as actually finding a shiny. Like, oh my goodness, finally! That took so long! Here, I'll try this time. Everyone having a good day? That's nice. Today was for me. It was a rather slow day. Nothing happened at work. Well, that was a big waste of my day. Oh yeah, a couple friends of mine asked if I wanted to tag along to watch the Blue Jays game or whatever. And I'm just thinking it is asinine to ask me to watch any sort of sports games. Even I'm getting tired of this. I just want to play the game. Oh, I got it burned. How about a status condition? Nope. You know, that's also something very different about catching in this game. You kind of have only a handful of attempts to catch something. Like you see, I only get 2 attempts to catch this thing. And that's the case for pretty much all Pokemon in this game. You try to throw a ball, and if they don't catch, they get enraged, they get angry, you see, and you can't throw a Pokeball at them. You gotta knock them out, and then you have a chance to throw a ball and catch them. And if that doesn't work, well, too bad, you don't get to catch it. It's not like before, where it's a turn-based and you just keep on selecting Pokeball until you either catch it or it struggles. No, in this game, you kind of have to do what I'm doing now. Just keep on resetting until you do catch it. And if you can't catch it, well, too bad. Just keep trying. At this point, it's not surprising that it doesn't catches. It's not even surprising anymore. This thing not catching is to be expected. Has it been half an hour of me doing this bullshit yet? I think so. You're welcome for the stellar content. That Pokeball clearly missed and you saw it. I am not gonna cave and use a different ball. At this point, it'll be an achievement to catch this thing in a regular Pokeball. I should just try to throw an Ultra Ball for fun, see if it catches. And my ass was even considering doing an alpha living dex. You know, if I were to do that, I wonder, which game should I get certain alphas? Because some Pokemon are in both Legends Arceus and this game, like Steelix. I could go the route where I catch... If they are in both games, I go for Legends Arceus, because that's the first game that they appeared in Alpha, or I could catch them in this game, so that they would be in a regular Pokeball, not the ancient Hisuian Pokeball. Pokemon like Steelix, Eevee, you know, those are all alphas in both games. But then I'm wondering too, if I were to do this, what extent would I drag it out to? Do I just simply do one of everything? Or do I do a full form alpha living dex? So that would include gender differences, so not just catching one of these Steelix, but two. That would also include some, some forms, not Hisuian. Like I can evolve an Alpha Rowlet in a different game and get an Alpha marked modern day Decidueye. They really made Mabel say either catch or take down or defeat. They really told you you could catch them if you want. Man, it may have been better if they made it so you cannot catch these, because look at how long this is taking! And I got 2 more to catch after this. Wait, you're still alive? Wow, I got a rare 3 attempts. But none of it mattered. Oh, wait, whoops! You know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to go see. Just simply see what the other 2 alphas are. And then, if I really can't catch these, I just catch them on my own. And then next time I come here, I'll be like, hey, okay, see, I caught them. I spent like 3 hours trying to catch all of these. Now we can actually move on. What? Surely there's footage out there of people actually catching this, right? It is possible, right? It is doable to catch it. It's already been an hour. You know what, let's go back to the old turn-based system that we know and love. I don't think the Pokemon franchise needs to really evolve that much. I think we should go back. Christ almighty, is there something I'm doing wrong? Well, of course, I'm using regular Pokeballs. No, you change it back. For God's sake, just catch, please. Well, I'm sorry tonight hasn't really been eventful. I didn't think this would be what we would be doing. And I didn't think it would take this long. What'd that say about stacking status moves? If I attack more without knocking you out, yeah, you're still mad, so I can't catch you. That's stupid. Did I knock the anger off of you? No? How is this taking so long? Any suggestions, folks? Seriously? It doesn't affect Charizard, despite Charizard standing on the ground at the time. Oh, I threw a luxury ball. How'd that happen? Well, it didn't matter anyways. Damn, still at this. How long have you been gone? You know what, just for fun, I'm gonna try using Ultra Ball, see if that works. I'm not gonna save if it catches, because ain't no way I'm catching this in a stinking Ultra Ball. I ain't no cop-out. But, out of curiosity... Even in Ultra Balls, it's not working. You know, it's been a long time since I've used an Ultra Ball, not counting Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, I am on the eve of best buddying my next batch of Pokemon that I am in the process of best buddying. Oops. Let's see, in Pokemon Go, I've been in the process to best buddy, let's see. You remember that guaranteed shiny Ditto from the special research? Well, I saved that Ditto to specifically catch on Billy's birthday. So I'm best buddying that one. Because, you know, it's a guaranteed shiny Ditto for free. And if you wanted to, like me, you could save it to catch on a specific special day, which is what I did, Billy's birthday. I've been best buddying one of my shiny Scizors, because, you know, it's a shiny Scizor, it's cool. And that's really the only reason. I've been best buddying my Apex Lugia and Ho-Oh, since you only get one of those in the game. Been best buddying my 96 IV, Shiny Feraligatr, my 98 IV, Hydrapple, my second Galarian, I almost said Galarian Ho-Oh, my second Galarian Moltres, and that's it. I usually best buddy 8 at once, a batch of 8 at once. Up next, I'm still deciding, but there's a couple of guarantees I'm going to best buddy next. I'm going to best buddy my shiny Speed Form Deoxys, my last shiny Genesect, the one you saw me show. Oops. Gonna best buddy my Shundo Reuniqueless. I also am gonna best buddy that shiny Halloween costume Froakie, which I'm going to evolve into a Greninja. I'm also going to best buddy my Shadow Shiny Skorupi, because it looks awesome. I already have a shiny Skorupi best buddied. It was caught in a Safari Ball and traded to me. I think the IVs were like 98. I can't remember. The upcoming Pokemon Go Pass, I think it's going to have the silver bottle cap. I'm going to buy it. I'm not so much for the silver bottle cap, but because the Go Pass gives you an encounter with Shadow Darkrai. And I want that shiny. So, you know, every chance I can get to encounter it to potentially get a shiny, I'll do it. When the Safari Wild Zone happens this year, I really will only have one day to hunt for Shadow Shiny Darkrai. You know, I also have to balance that with walking around and finding wild mighty Pokemon. So yeah, I'm gonna get the Go Pass Deluxe just for the Shadow Darkrai. And basically, as an added bonus, the silver bottle cap, I'm going to use it on my Decidueye. My Decidueye that is caught the very first day that Rowlet was... The very first day that Rowlet debuted in Pokemon Go. I can't remember if it was the exact first Rowlet I caught. It does have the date that is Rowlet's debut in the game. I know, I looked it up. And then I best buddied it, because, you know, my first Rowlet in the game, my first Decidueye in the game. And I really cannot remember. If this really is the very first Rowlet I caught ever in the game, then I got pretty lucky. Because, hold on, let me check. My Pokemon Go is glitching out. It glitches out so much. I always have to reload the game. Because I think my Decidueye was like, maybe like a 3, 15, 15. So the silver bottle cap would be perfect. The choices was either that or my 13, 15, 15 female Meowscarada. Oh no, it's even worse. My first Decidueye is a 1/15/15. Yeah, it says right here, caught date, March 1st, 2022. That's the day that Rowlet debuted in Pokemon Go. If this really was the very first Rowlet I caught in the game, the first Rowlet that just spawned in and I caught it and kept it this whole time, then I really lucked out. 1/15/15. Because, you know, that's perfect for the silver bottle cap. It doesn't matter that I already have a Hundo Decidueye in my game. And I could have two if I decided to evolve my other Hundo Rowlet. It doesn't matter I already have a Hundo of this. What matters is the principle, the idea, the memory behind it. The fact that this is my first Decidueye in the game. I wish I did the same courtesy with, say, the very first Froakie I caught in the game. Maybe I did, I'm not too sure. But I know for a fact, if I did, because I have a best buddy Greninja, and the IVs are horrible. I haven't checked if that's the same thing. I caught it the day Froakie debuted in Pokemon Go. I know for a fact that the IVs on that are absolute trash. Now, that's not necessarily worth a gold bottle cap. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. First, though, I would use the gold bottle cap on Eternatus and Zygarde. I'm kind of staying away from using bottle caps in Pokemon Go on shinies for longevity's sake, because it turns out if you use a bottle cap, the Pokemon cannot be sent to Pokemon Home. So one day, when Pokemon Go inevitably dies, I plan to transfer all my shiny Pokemon to Pokemon Home, just to save them. And anything that cannot be transferred, well, they'll have to go down with the ship, sadly. As much as it would suck, there's no point for me to send to Pokemon Home my Hundos. Sure, I think the stats are great if you send a Hundo over, but it's not really worth it. I don't really care about stats. How much box space is in Home? 6,000. And then you have to factor in that there are 1,000 plus Pokemon right now. So 5,000. How many... Hold on, let me open my Pokemon Go. How many shinies do I have? At the moment, in Pokemon Go, I have 2,216 shinies. And this isn't even all of them. I've transferred a couple of shinies up to Pokemon Home, like the roaming form Gimmighoul, or even a couple of shiny Meltans. Not gonna lie, I expected more. You know, it's not free to send Pokemon over from Pokemon Home to Pokemon Go. There is a cooldown time, you know? But, if you run out of... In Pokemon Go, it's called transfer energy. If you run out of transfer energy, you have to wait real time for it to recharge. Or you can pay real money to get it back. So I could start sending my shinies now, because I think I'm allowed to send like 3 a week. So I could start sending my shinies now, or when Pokemon Go eventually dies, I can max out my credit card and be put into a whole bunch of debt, paying off and constantly buying more energy to send all my shinies. Think about this for a second. If it takes a week to send 3, I have 2,000! And some shinies, certain shinies like shiny legendaries, they take up all the energy. So that 1 week, you can only send 1 shiny legendary instead of 3 regular Pokemon shinies. The choices I have made in life. They're not great, but they're the ones I made. So yeah, I used the gold bottle cap on my Charizard, so now that Charizard cannot send to Pokemon Home, unless they update it at some point. One day, many years from now, when Pokemon Go dies, well, my max IV, my 100% shiny Charizard, will have to go down with the ship. So that's why, for longevity's sake, I'm leaning away from using my silver bottle caps, gold bottle caps, any bottle cap on my shinies. The reason I would use a gold bottle cap on my Eternatus or Zygarde is because those cannot send to Pokemon Ho. Those cannot send to Pokemon Go regardless. Unless there's an update, you just cannot send those. Give me a second. My sister's doing something and she texted me, can I bring her phone charger? Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to make this process a teensy bit faster. Honestly, I should have done this to begin with, but So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enter here and just already be over someone. I could save closer to Steelix, but so I'm looking this up, and I do see people online saying, oops, wait, not done yet, saying that this is one of the hardest alphas to catch. No surprise there. I'm dedicated to doing this. Alone, it's going to be an achievement, catching this in a regular Pokeball. I'm sure others out there have done this, but, you know, I'm going to show my dedication. I'm going to do this. And besides, I catch this, it'll save me the trouble of having to get an Alpha Steelix for my Alpha Living Dex. If or whenever I decide to actually do that. Because there's still shiny hunts in this game I want to do. And then it's not... oh, you know how long it's going to take? Getting an Alpha of everything? Not just in this game! Legends Arceus as well. So I got basically 2 Alpha Living Dexes to do, if I want to do this. I mean, once again, I'm sure others have done it, but how cool would that be to see? Every Pokemon that possibly could be an Alpha, all laid out in a Living Dex, across 2 games. Every PLA Alpha next to the Legend ZA Alphas. How cool would that be to see? Every Alpha laid out. You know what? I'm a little curious. Let me try something. Because I saw something online. If I come up here... sure, there's an Alpha Fletchling I gotta deal with. Yeah, I didn't think so. Because there's no way you can actually just throw Pokeballs from up here. Wait, what if I try this? Ah, but then I would be catching it at full health and... No! What the hell? Okay, what if I tried this? Because I could technically try this. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Like, actually, why didn't I think of this sooner? Instead of always reloading the game, I could just do this. Why is it taking so little damage from me now? I don't know. I feel like, sure, this may save time, but then the odds are technically worse. Because now I can't entirely lower its health as efficiently anymore. And if I just do that, then I'll be resorted to just constantly throwing Pokeballs at it full health. I don't know if I like this method. Let's try this. Did you hear the flute there? I don't know if I prefer this method or not. The more icons you see, the easier time you'll have to catch it. Well, I see 0 on Steelix. Uh... Okay, I'm just gonna look up. What other two alphas are there I gotta catch? Aside from the Steelix. I very easily could just take down the Steelix and just be done with it. But no, I'm not gonna give up this opportunity. See, look, why is it doing so much damage here? Oh boy, I see up next is an Alpha Gallade. Yeah, that doesn't exactly have the best catch rate either. And then an Alpha Pangoro. Okay, how about this? And hear me out. How about this? I give up. I am going to... let's see. She said 3, 5, and 9, didn't she? I'll at least go take a look at them. Like to show off where they are. I think I'm really just gonna have to resort to catching them on my own, because this is ridiculous. Okay, there's the Alpha Gallade. Oh my goodness, this is gonna... This is, This is gonna... This is worse! At least with Steelix, I could two-shot it. Guess I'm gonna have to take some time off from, you know, from shiny hunting, and catch these guys instead on my own. Oh, I didn't mean to throw a luxury ball! Anyway, so that's the Gallade showcase. Let's go take a look at the Pangoro. And then, here's what I'll do. I don't know what... right now I'm doing the one that gives. I don't know what the one that takes needs me to do. If it's also catching 3 alphas, then I'll get that quest started. And then I'll catch all these alphas on my own. This is insane. Aw, stupid autosave. Whatever. So I now need to go to 9. 9. Where is 9? There's 9. And I see that the Alpha Pangoro's on a rooftop. Mega Gallade technically got nerfed because it doesn't have sharpness. That's right, there's no abilities in this game. Even though some of them have their abilities just baked in. Kind of like Aegislash's Sword Stance, or Zygarde's, you know, Zygarde's ability to change. How do I get up there? Oh, at least I can get this. This is another thing I have to consider. Do I want to do on-screen or not? Collect all of the colorful screws. Because there may only be 100 colorful screws in the game. I'm not too sure how many I've collected already, since I already spent a couple of them. No, I mean Gallade got sharpness to boost attacks, but Mega doesn't have it. But if it did, it'd be completely busted, to be honest. Interesting. Okay, I don't see a Mega... Not a Mega. I don't see an Alpha Pangoro anywhere. That's not it. Unless that is. I don't think so, right? Let me see. No, it is Alpha Pangoro. So that's not you. You're a static Alpha. Oh, there it is. How do I get there? How do I get out of here? Wasn't I just here? No, I think I was just there. So if I come over here... Wow, I'm sorry that tonight ended in absolute failure. I got 3 hard-hitting alphas to catch on my own. Not that one! Where is it, actually? So, I was over here and I saw it. I was over here where the Meowstic was and I was able to see it. Where is it? There it is! You know what, how about... So I'm facing here, so it's over here on this rooftop. How do I get there? I see a ladder that goes up there. Okay, so this is the one you gotta take down, or catch. And I cannot flee when I'm spotted, so let me flee for my life. Straight into another alpha. Okay, so those are the 3 that I gotta deal with. I will check this out, and if it's also catch 3 alphas, then I'll do all this on my own, because this is insanity. I couldn't even catch Steelix, and I got 3 of them to catch. Alright, buddy, how's business? Good? Alright, that's good to hear. The only thing good we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink? Marcel, I do wish you wouldn't be quite so candid on in your pitch sales. What? We saved the whole stank city with him. You think we still need to stand on ceremony? So what'd it be today? The same old fire blast roast? I want the one that gives. I want the one that takes. Well, technically we're here on the one that takes. Ah, you speak of the legendary Pokemon Yveltal and Xerneas. Ugh, never thought I'd have to hear those names again. Thanks for yet another reminder of all the ways we messed up back in our Team Flare days. If you're facing either of those 2, we'll help out. I hate the aftertaste of failure. Indeed, but if you aim to take on a legendary Pokemon, I think it would be wise to reach out to the good people at Quasartico first. Meet us at the Quasartico Inc. building. Discussing this further without them won't get us anywhere, believe me. Aw, man, you know what else I should do? Man, I got some homework to do. Aside from catching these alphas, I also need to grind for yet another challenger's ticket. All of this on top of me shiny hunting on my own game, my main. Holy. I didn't know Pokemon games came with homework. Oh yeah, this also is not a shiny. They just made it darker as its default, which is stupid. They changed shiny Slowpoke for the better, but they ruined Alolan Raichu. Here you are. We've heard from Grisham that we should be expecting you. And I have an update of my own. Our teams recently detected some sort of flying object approaching Lumio City. Is it that thing out in space that people are wondering if it's a spacecraft or not? What's that thing called again? The thing in real life. I think right now it's about to be behind the sun, so it's going to be out of our view. Damn, what was that thing called again? The thing that everyone is looking into these days. We have since determined that this object is most likely the legendary Pokemon Yveltal. Yveltal is a real nasty piece of work. It nearly took out a whole Team Flare unit on its own, back when we tried to capture it to use for the ultimate weapon. And that was when it was in its dormant state, mind you. We did finally manage to contain it thanks to the efforts of the very best trainers that Team Flare had to offer, including our former admin, Malva. You know, the Elite Four member, Malva. Wonder what she's up to these days. If our forces hadn't been so depleted by that foolish campaign, I doubt those children would have ever reached the ultimate weapon to stop it. Referencing the cast of the X and Y games. This time, Quasarticle Inc. will be stepping in to help so you don't end up similarly overwhelmed. What kind of help, Vinny? What's Quasarticle Inc. got to do with it? You see, Team Flare had a device that they used to train some of their team members. It was a battle simulator that could fully recreate Pokemon using holotech, down to the details of how they moved and the effects of their attacks. So, there's technology to recreate Pokemon using holotech down to the last details. So, how do I get this technology? And tell me, can it turn into, say, Gardevoir or Lopunny? Grisham and Grizel here had both experienced it for themselves, so we asked for their input. And built ourselves an improved version. Improved version, you say? Ooh, tell me more. How improved? Can I actually touch and feel? What? Yes, we'd had to train against such a device back then as Team Flare's future leaders. But the monstrosity Quasarticle has made is even worse than what Team Flare had come up with. Making it the perfect tool with which to train for a great challenge such as this. I would like to ask you to battle once against Victreebel, Hawlucha, and Tyranitar in the Rogue Mega Evolved states. Why? This device is kept in the lower levels. We call it our Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator 3000. Jesus Christ, can you come up with a longer name? If you follow me, please. Hold on, I don't want to do it right now! Okay. Defeat every Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon in everybody's favorite... in everybody's favorite Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator 3000. Wow. Do I have any? Oh, I have 800. How'd that happen? And there's no more I can get for now. Yeah, I'll just get the most expensive ones out of the way. Oh, look! Now they put this stuff here. It's not like I ever use them. Nah, I'll do one thing at a time. I'll do that afterwards. Okay, so there is no catching 3 alphas for that one. That's good. That's good. So it's only 3 I have to catch. Only 3. Well, before we end for today, let's try catching Steelix a couple more times. Not here. It was at 3. Yeah, before we end for tonight, let's try catching Steelix a couple more times. this bastard. Maybe I should buy more Pokeballs. Yo! And what's your problem with me, Skidoo? Okay, retreat! Retreat! I didn't even enter the door there. Man, my trainer's throw looks so weak. Okay, what I'll do... Hold on, I need to heal my team. I need to heal my team and buy more Pokeballs, just in case. I mean, I got the money. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen, for the first time, I think in Pokemon history, you can separately purchase Premier Balls. You don't have to buy 10 Pokeballs just to get your hands on a Premier Ball. You can separately buy Premier Balls now. That's cool. Now, it's not here, I think it's at the Pokeball store. And look, they also lowered the price of regular Pokeballs. I will take 100 of your finest devices. Get a little closer. Man, I'm a little disappointed too that now it says rank infinite. Oh, wait, why? Wait, hold on. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed now it says rank infinite. The whole time, throughout this whole game, our goal was to get to rank A. Man, I kind of wish it stayed saying rank A. We spent all that time with all those other ranks. Rank Z, rank X. You don't need me to list out the alphabet. The whole time, our goal was to get to rank A, and we spend no time with our screen saying rank A. Instead, we jump from rank B to rank infinite. That's lame. That sucks. Oh. Dig, you fool. Well, actually, you're no fool if you kill me instead. I think I'm gonna end this soon, and I will catch this Alpha Steelix on my own. need to do is I need to save with my partner out. Oh wait, it looks like I can throw another ball. So maybe I can get 3 chances to catch it. I gotta keep that in mind. You know, in all honesty, I don't even need to catch these. I can just catch their pre-evolved alphas and evolve them. But it's just saying that I actually got these, you know? Okay, so let's see. That's 1. This will be 2. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Whoops. Oh, I'm gonna spend all day doing this. I could be shiny hunting, but instead I need to spend my time doing this. The time I spent trying to catch this Steelix on my own time, I could have gotten the shiny in that time. The stuff I sacrifice for you guys. Okay, so it does not look like I can throw 3 balls at it. Maybe that was just a fluke. Not that! But it still landed. Oh, you're not done yet. Okay. This thing does not want to catch. I'm gonna call it for today. And I will catch this on my own. Today was absolutely nothing but failure. Okay, bye.